All right, so Magnus and Ben here, and we are trying to get our worm bin ready. We ordered our worms on Sunday. It's now Wednesday, but we got the shipping notification that they will be here tomorrow. So the first thing we're gonna do is try and get this coconut core brick that was sent to us with the vermihut. Go ahead and get it soaked so that we can start getting this thing expanded. I do actually a lot of work with coconut core at my job, so I'm very familiar with this stuff. Super absorbent, but it comes in compressed bricks, so you do need to expand it and soften it. So we're gonna let that soak for a little while. Hello, Magnus. And then once we get this starting to soak and absorb this water and broken up a little bit, we're gonna start putting our bin together so that when the worms get here tomorrow, we will be ready to just add them in. See you guys in a little bit. All right, so we are back. This is Ben and
Magnus.
all right, so we're trying to get set up for our worms that are coming in the mail tomorrow. So I actually want to start off building two trays. One at the bottom for an inoculating tray. Obviously getting ready for this, I've done some research and there's a guy with a channel called Vermicomposting by Learning, Doing by Learning, or something along those, Learn by Doing. Vermicompost, Learn by Doing. I love that guy. I learned a lot from watching him. We are going to do ours a little bit different than his when we build it, but we've enjoyed seeing him, and it's really helped get started. So down here, we've got newspaper in the bottom of this one to cover it up, just to keep any worms from getting down to the bottom. You do have the saber tray down there just in case, but we're going to start off just by putting dry stuff in here. So Magnus, give me that bag, buddy. So I brought home a bag of paper shreddings from the office at my job that we would normally just throw away, and we are going to turn it into worm castings. So we're going to start off just by filling up some space here, and you can absolutely help, buddy. You guys like Magnus's adult-sized glove on his 7-year-old hand?
And it actually fits.
Yeah, you think so?
Somehow. Well, it's not too far from me.
Yeah? All right, that's enough, buddy. No, you can put that in there. It's fine. But I think that's going to be enough.
Okay.
All right, so we've got our paper shreds in here. Just to let those go ahead and start getting inoculated and catch moisture that drops down from the tray above it. So now we're going to build the tray above it. And it's the exact same tray. Just we're going to have it one layer up, and it's going to sit perfectly on this one. I mean, they slide into each other, but with the paper down in the bottom, it sits where the paper is. Yeah, buddy. You can say something, yes.
So there's a video we made about recycling that has like 43 views.
45.
And I probably want to get that video to like 100 views. So yeah.
So if you could please go watch Magnus's video on our channel about how to recycle. So we showed earlier that we were adding water to this core. So this is what we've gotten it broken down to. I do want to start the bottom of this just with dry stuff, and then we're going to put wet ingredients on the top. So that way the moisture will go down, because I'm not going to squeeze the moisture out of this core, even though I probably should. But with all the dry ingredients we have up under, it will make it easier for the moisture to get caught in that. So we've got paper shreddings from my office at work. And we are making a mess. We're going to clean that up before your mom gets here.
Yeah.
All right, and then we're going to start with the paper. All right, so you can move that bag over, buddy. Sheesh. All right. And next we have, so these are some leaves that we actually got last fall. So Magnus and I do a lot of outdoor composting, and we have a leaf blower that's actually like one of the electric reversible ones that turns into a leaf vacuum and shreds your leaves up. So some of these are pretty well composted already. They're kind of black, but then some of them still have that dryness and color to them. We're going to go ahead and get a little layer of these in here. So we do not have a permanent home for our worm bin yet. We're going to be moving in like a month or two, just right down the street. But we have an entire room set up for a gardening room in the basement there. And that's where this is going to eventually live. All right, so we're going to kind of push this down, but not too much. We want to keep airflow in it. And then we're going to take our core and just get our core in here at the top. This will be easier for the worms to navigate through as opposed to everything else that's in here. So we'll go ahead and get this in there. Like I said, this stuff is still kind of wet at the bottom, but with all the dry ingredients in there, hopefully they soak up most of this. Core is a really great product, and it's really awesome to use in this, but core is expensive. So this is probably the only time that we're going to be using a brick of core, especially when we already have leaves and paper and cardboard shreddings available. We need to buy a new paper shredder. We burnt ours up last year by shredding so much stuff. So basically right now we've got this pretty much completely done and ready for our worms to arrive tomorrow. They are in Pennsylvania right now, so hopefully they have a lovely trip. And after that, tomorrow we will start off putting the worms in here and doing our first feeding. We do have a little piece of a cantaloupe rind in the freezer right now because I've seen that they like melon stuff a lot. And then we'll put a couple more things in probably at first and then see how they do. But we will check back in with you guys tomorrow when we first get our worms, and then we will go from there. And like Magnus always says,
Please subscribe.
don't forget to subscribe. Thanks, guys.